This video was produced by The Top Cut. Be sure to check out thetopcut.net, your home for Pokemon TCG, tournament coverage, professional game analysis, and interviews with the best players in the world. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to Game 2. This is Pram, and we're bringing you the second game of the top 4 of the Delaware State Championships. On our left, we have Stephan Robinson, who is down a game versus Luke Reed. On our right, we do see Luke starting with a Dynamo. Fortunately for him, it is a 40 HP Dynamo, thus making it a little harder for Stephan to knock it out with Tyrogue and just instantly winning the game. So we do see a dual ball getting some Dynamos, and he will. It looks like he's just going to use turn 1 charge, get some dual balls, get some Dynamos, and yeah, pretty standard opening in this mirror match. So there's lightning, and he does look like he has a level ball. So he's just going to get another Dynamo here. It is interesting to note that, so he gets Tyrogue. Maybe, okay. So he gets the Tyrogue and just says, hey, if I draw plus power, I win the game right here. Pretty safe. It's not too risky, so, a pretty good move. And does he get plus power? That is a big no, he does not. So he will just charge. And Luke could take advantage of this. He could maybe get a Tyrogue of his own and just knock out his opponent's Tyrogue or Dynamos. So we'll see how Luke responds to this. So we do see 2 heads, I believe. Probably going to get a Tyrogue and something else. Probably a Dynamo. Oh, he even has another dual ball in his hand, so he will be able to get a pretty setup turn 1. One of the downsides to the 40 HP Dynamos is that it does have 1 retreat cost, so Luke's going to need to use some. He's gonna have to pay a retreat cost here, and then we'll see if how Luke sets up this turn. Because if he plays another dual ball and it gets at least 1 heads, I think you would get Tyrogue in that spot. So yeah, he does pay the energy cost. It's kind of a shame because sometimes you want to go, hey, I just want to put my energy on Thunderous and just start charging it up. But, yeah, this time he can't do it. Now, it's interesting that he got the Tyrogue because this allows him to go, hey, if you don't have any eels, then I'm just going to mischievous punch them all game and just let you respond. So there's a Oak, and he's just thrown down, praying for catcher. Let's see what these new sticks get. And, I don't see anything. Can't tell yet. He gets a Thunderous at least. Oh wait, what am I saying? Praying for catcher. I heard he catchered. Jeez. It's been a long day. So yeah, Luke goes up 1 prize, and I'm just kind of patting myself on the back for my greatly observant self right now. And there is an N. So yeah. Let's just see let's see who gets eels. Stephan did have a eel in his hand, so he was able to evolve one of his. And ideally he gets a energy here for his Thunderous, which he does, and gets a dual ball, so he might be able to set up another eel. And I don't know if he did use Level Ball, I believe. So he will be able to Junk Arm for Level Ball, get another eel, but he already has one in his hand, so it doesn't actually matter. Yep. Retreat, evolve. No, he's choosing not to evolve and just saying, hey, I'm going to keep my free retreater alive. Thank you. And let's see how Luke can respond to this early prize trade-off. Okay, so we do see a dual ball. Let's see, he gets double tails. So Luke really, I think he actually might be about even over the course of the match so far. So not for I guess any players in the know. Luke is kind of notorious for always getting heads, or at least a high amount of them. You're going to run into a lot of players like this. Chris Bianchi would be one of them. I'm sure there's others, but those are the two that, at least to my knowledge, are the most apparent in this, where they're just blessed by coin flips and getting heads. So Luke does look like he's going to use charge this turn. He may have a switch. Oh no, he just Dynamotors. Oh, interesting. So he's able to double plus power this turn and use Thunder Wave for a knockout. That's so cool. Yeah. And now Stephan's in big trouble. He's already lost 2 prizes down to relatively nothing, and he's had to commit this Thunderous for quite a while. So, but he will have a counter knockout, and let's see if he can get a third Dynamo out. He's going to need one. So there's the Dynamo. And yeah, if Luke can just keep on this pressure, then he'll be in great shape. As the way the prize trades work out right now, Luke is the aggressor, so he's the one who's actually going to be needing to play around N. Not yet, but in like a turn or two, in like a prize or two, he's going to start needing to really mow through his deck, and just so every card he draws is like maybe a draw card or something along those lines. So as they fix this sleeve situation, okay, so alright, so they're gonna fix that up real quick, and now we're just gonna see what Stephan draws off his 6. Let's see. Well, what could he draw? I think he's actually pretty much good. I think he's just trying to get more attackers, maybe like some Zekroms. Maybe just hold Mewtwo in his hand if he draws it. I'm not really sure what we're waiting on, but yep, here we go. He draws a bunch of eels and I think a Super Rod. So he might want to play that now, just get his Dynamo back, or he can just wait a little bit, wait for one more turn. And I think that's what he's going to do. So he'll just retreat and Disaster Volt. Yep, here we go. 1 energy, yep, there it is. And now we're back down to 4-4. It's really going to come down to what Luke can pump out this turn. Will he be able to get an attacker that can deal with this Thunderous, or at least take another cheap prize versus that Dynamo. And okay, so if Luke can get another Eelektrik out, he will be able to power up that Zekrom he just laid down. And there's the level ball. So we will be seeing a Bolt Strike coming down for Luke. And yeah, this has just been a pretty straightforward game. Most players just knocking each other out. And Luke just got the first prize, so he's gonna continue to mosey on off into that direction. However, does he have 2 energy in his discard? Yes, he does, because of Junk Arm. And I guess he would Junk Arm for a Dual Ball at this point. Get rid of some Lightnings for a Dual Ball, I think. Maybe a catcher for next turn? Yeah, that would work. I kind of want to see Dual Ball just to... Oh, so he's... Okay, so instead of going for the knocking out Thunderous, it being your only attacker, he's just going to shut off Stephan's engine and say, hey, if you have a plus power, my Zekrom will be knocked out. Okay. I kind of like dealing with the attacker here. Just a little bit. So he will drop a Mewtwo. And use Super Rod. So he's just going to get his Eels back. Yeah, there they are. And now that Mewtwo will be able to deal with that Zekrom, which would put Stephan at 3. And if Luke can just drop down 2 Mewtwo's and power them both up, I think he should be able to win this game. Just by trading the Mewtwo Wars. And there is an end, so even though that's what Luke could do, he is going to have some difficulty doing it. You know, that Zekrom's going to get knocked out, Luke's not going to have a free retreater. So he's going to have to send up a Thunderous or something, hope for a switch, get a Mewtwo out, and just hope for the best. Maybe if he drew a supporter. I do see a DCE. Did see a Junk Arm. Let's see how this plays out. So a Dynamotor does go down to Thunderous. So Stephan's going to have a bunch of attackers ready to go. Maybe Luke can send... I don't know. It's tough. I think he's just gonna... If he has a draw supporter, I think he just goes for Mewtwo here and just says, I'm going to attack you. If he does have a... If he has like draw supporter plus power DCE, then he can just go... I'm going... He draws a switch too. Does he have a... He can just attach to the Eelektrik plus power and then use whatever draw supporter he has. And then hopefully he gets Mewtwo and he'll be able to just attack. But he looks like with that switch he may be able to attack with Thunderous here. Maybe catch her up that Eel and then just Disaster Volt it. Or just Disaster Volt Mewtwo and just try to go for a 2-shot. Hard to say. I mean, all these situations I've been coming up with are just assuming Luke has some kind of draw supporter off 3 cards, which... I don't know. We'll see. And it looks like he does not, so... Luke's going to be in a pretty bad situation. However, Stephan actually can't knock out that Thunderous right now. But because it does have a bunch of damage, it is safe for Stephan to start loading up energies on that Mewtwo. So if he has like I saw a Junk Arm, so if he has a plus power in his discard, which he just does not. Let's see, what could he do? Well, He definitely wants to use that level ball to get a dynamo. Maybe the dual ball. So there's a catcher. And level ball. Just gonna get dynamo here. And maybe he just disaster volts here. Or he has a pont. Okay. Oh, that wasn't a dual ball, that was a pont. Okay, so what he's looking for here is a plus power. If he gets plus power, he'll be in great shape. It'll cut Luke's what's it called? His own Mewtwo out of the picture for a little bit. Huh. So, I think there's no plus power there. So what do you do here? Maybe... Okay, there's a dual ball. It looks like double tails. And I think you just disaster volt here. And then just go, yep, I'm gonna disaster volt twice and try to knock you out. And make Luke have a catcher for that Mewtwo. If Luke can get a switch though, he'll be in good shape. And so if he has a switch and a catcher, he'll be in great shape for the rest of this game. But he still needs some kind of draw support. He needs a Juniper, he needs a Pont. Just something to get him out of this situation. Let's see. So we do see a Dynamotor. Getting Disaster Volt ready. And maybe he just junk arms away for switch. And just junk arms his hand for switch. Oh, no, there's a switch. Dynamotors again. And yeah, just gonna see a Disaster Volt. So now, if Stephan has enough energies available, he can maybe get out his own Zekrom. There's plenty of energy in the discard. And I know he does have an eel, so okay, so he's just gonna catch up his opponent's eel. No need to worry about it too much. But dropping that Mewtwo could be disastrous for Stephan. Even if he takes the surprise here. If he takes it with the Thundurus or the Mewtwo, then Luke could potentially just take one prize and then knock out Mewtwo, or vice versa, and then just win the game that way before Stephan is able to knock out 6 normal Pokemon. So we do see another dual ball. Stephan's just trying to get out attackers. He's trying to get something. And it looks like... Okay. However, if Luke knocks something out for his third prize, or fourth prize rather, it will not be allowed to be Mewtwo, because then Stephan will just be at 2 and just knock his opponent's Mewtwo out. And now Luke's at a decision point. His hand's been terrible. And does he send up the Eel and hope for energy? Or a switch or some kind? Or does he send up Thundurus and hope just for energy? And it looks like he's coming to the conclusion that sending up Eel is the better play, because he could draw Junk Arm for switch. Or one of the many other cards. And let's see what he gets. So we do see a Dynamotor coming in. And let's see what Luke does. It looks like, I think he's prepping for a junk arm here. Yeah, he's just going to junk arm away his entire hand, get the switch, knock out Thunderous, and just say, alright, your Mewtwo has a big target on its back. And let's see you deal with my stuff. So let's see if that one prize and the card that Luke is going to draw is enough. I would like... Oh man, wow, Stephan is just going all in with this Mewtwo. So Stephan has had enough. He's going all in with that Mewtwo and is saying, alright Luke, I know you haven't played a supporter in a bunch of turns. I hope you continue to not play supporters for the rest of this game. And Luke's hand is... Nope, no supporter. And that's it. Stephan wins game 2. And we're going off to a game 3.